Swadika, hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Guna here. This is the river Tay and I am in Dundee. I'm here to see Broughty Castle in front of you here. It was built early in 15th century by the Earl of Angus. Granted permission to build the castle by the King James II. This is the main gate. It says here, Broughty Castle free admission and discovery, local history, wildlife, art in history at Broughty Castle. That sounds very interesting, isn't it? So here is the main gate. The castle is 5 stories up, including the attic, and from the second floor, third floor, fourth. It's beautiful museum in there. A lot of gun ministry life. It's very interesting, and hopefully if you guys stay to see the part 2, we go up there and see that it's beautiful in there, interesting historical wildlife and what happened in the old day at the castle as well. The castle here have seen many ministry action from the early 1600 to do with King Henry VIII with love ruling. He wanted his son Prince Edward to marry Queen of Scots. At the time they only 5 years old. So to say King Henry VIII had a plan. The castle had been adapted to use as the ministry war, say from 16 to Second World War. That's a cannon hole there. So it's very unique and interesting castle, interesting history and what happening from the early 15 to 16, 17, 18. Oh, this is the, oh wow, that's a door to hold the door open and close, isn't it? And look, the castle had been adapted to use that for the gun, for the protection. I saw a lot of guns like this at the museum, very rare collection from the 16 to 1890. It's a beautiful collection there. And thanks very much for watching, everyone. I really appreciate your time spending here in my channel. Just to show you on the castle wall had been improved, had been adapted to suit the castle owner need and different wall. And here the cannon gun here. And here the cannon gun here was invented here as well in early 1800. So this is the officer and ministry heavy metal here. So when the threat of French invasion loomed large, Broughty Castle guns were armed and dangerous, ready for action. These guns are 3 of 6 rifle, breech and loader, which were revolution in design and used here in 1859 until 91. สวัสดีค่ะปราสาทนี้สร้างโดยขุนนางอังเกิสตั้งแต่สมัย 15 พอดีเขามีสงครามเขาปรับปรุงเป็นป้อมปราการจนถึงสงครามโลกครั้งที่ 2 ค่ะ Wow, it says here, all ammunition was stored within the ground floor of this townhouse. If they open, we can go have a look and see. The cannon roll. The castle was built and continually adapted over the 500 years, unable to defend and attack using firearm and artillery, heavy gun. The modification carried out in 1860 and 1880, including the additional carbonier and cover gun gallery, and from the rifle could be fired. Awesome. ถ้าเพื่อนๆยังฟังอยู่จะแปลเป็นภาษาไทยให้อ่านนะคะจะดีกว่าเพราะว่าที่นี่บางครั้งที่ไม่พอค่ะ Did you know these guns were used as a barrage on Broughty fairly pier for many years. An eagle-eye visitor spotted this is in 1989. While resting the camera on the muzzle, the gun were removed, restored and replaced. Display here. There the officer standing here. Lovely uniform. And there was a say here ancient castle of Broughy Castle, with wall as strong as Londonderry, nearby the seashore, whereof is heard and had been heard the cannon in the present day and the day of yore, loudly echoing from the shore to shore. Could imagine in the old day if the war going on, you can hear the cannon firing, and must be quite loud as well. I would be scared to get out of the house. If that was me. But the war is war, isn't it? Everybody have to be very careful. This is the cannon, and a lot of things had been removed. Just a shell, isn't it? It's just empty shell. Getting quite rusty regarding the weather, isn't it? Let's have a look inside. What it look like here? Well, it had been invented of 1859. Now 2022. Well, it's about 163 years ago. The last use must be First World War or Second World War. They say that the castle remained in military use until 1932, and then in between 1939 and 1949, the last defense release alteration was made in Second World War, when the defense post was built within the top of the main tower. Around 1969, the castle opened as museum and operated by Dundee Council, and now settled to ancient monument. And this must be where they used to keep. Well, this is where they kept the cannon gun, ammunition gun for the war, equipment. Down here, shall have a warning about around here a bit, my friend. I'm going to see here. What is that up here? I heard up here also the view from this river is a gun emplacement, and so must be to protect the castle from here. ที่ตั้งของ cannon gun ค่ะ is over here somewhere. Yeah, over here. So to protect the castle from this side. The original wall is still here. That's what the castle look like up there. Protect from here. Still a superb location here. Beautiful castle and set on a nice location next to the sea. Top love. As a war raged between England and Scots, so Broughty Castle became a stronghold for British army. Top love thought the war of the rough ruling, the Tudor King Henry VIII planned to conquer Scotland and fought marriage between his High Prince Edward and infant Queen Mary of Scots. After Henry's death in January 1547, the campaign was led by his brother-in-law, the Earl of Hertford. This is the English ship. You see here. What's that say here? Put man and woman and child to fight and sword without exception. That from King Henry VIII. Put to lead everyone. If you're interested. Did you know that that's Queen Mary? She's 5-year-old. And on the right will be Prince Edward, King Henry VIII's son. Our ally between Scotland and France saved infant Queen Mary of Scots from marriage with our enemy. England then agreed 5-year-old Mary should marry future King of France. So this is look like an old map, isn't it? War wound. Please pause to read if you can. and this is the gun chamber in 1500. We finished looking around. We got to go up to the castle now to go see the museum, my friend. Thank you very much for watching. It's still beautiful looking over there, Broughty Village over there from here. ขอบคุณมากนะคะที่เข้ามารับชม สวัสดีค่ะ Bye everyone.